Goodness to you. It's Sporty King. And I say goodness because I don't know whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening that you're watching the broadcast. But what I do know is that it's great to have good in front of your salutation. Welcome to Gift Friday. I created it because so often we hear the term TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. But I say, what a Lord does Friday have to the person who took their last breath on Thursday, or any day before that for that matter? So I use what I learned through Psalm 92 and 2. And that is, it is good to proclaim your unfailing love in the morning, your faithfulness in the evening. Yep, instead of using TGIF, I use TGIT. If this is your first time listening, or viewing, not thank God it's Thursday, but thank God it's today. And then TGIT, thank God it's tonight. For to be able to have the gift of waking up, going through the whole day, laying down to go to sleep and have the chance to do it tomorrow, that's something to give thanks for. And that allows us to add the message that I learned from Matthew 6 and 34. And that is, so don't be worried about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. Thank God it's tonight. Today's trouble is enough for today. Thank God it's today. Yes, darkness always precedes the light. So I'd like you to consider another meaning for TGIF, and that is trusting God is free. Trusting God is free. Think about it. What does it cost you to receive the greatest gift of every day? The gift of waking up doesn't cost you a dime. And that still allows us to move that TGIF. We can take that T from the front of TGIF and move it to the back. And we get GIFT, gift. Thus, what we should be thanking God for every day, and that is the gift of another day. And therefore, GIFT is God's love is for today. And that's why I say welcome to Gift Friday. Gift Friday is the online sharing of one of my inspirational and poetic messages that you can share with someone else to uplift their life in times of need or want, as well as uplifting your own. Each week on this broadcast, what I'll do is I'll read one of my original poems, or a message that you can use. At the end of the poem, at the end of the broadcast, I'll give you the option to send an email to download a colorful keepsake PDF of that poem as your gift from me to you that you can continue to use. Or I'll also offer you, I'll offer you the option to purchase my book at my website. But there is an or, and that is if you'd like, I can also send you, if you email me, I can also send you an e-book sample of today's book, okay? So anyway, and I'll give you that information at the end of the broadcast. In fact, I'll repeat it by first saying it now, that if you're on YouTube, you're going to put your request in the comments, not the thread, because the thread gets erased when the broadcast is over. If you're on Facebook or LinkedIn and you're not already on my mailing list, and you know if you are, then therefore send me that request at sporty@sportyking.com. If you're on my mailing list already, you can just drop that in the comments that you'd like a copy of either the poem, my website, which I will announce anyway, where you can purchase the book, or if you like an ebook sample of the book, you can also let me know that. And the reason I say I give you tech tips as well, and the reason I say send me an email if you're not on my mailing list, because if I send you the PDF copy of either the poem or the ebook, your security will block me as spam. But if I am responding to your message, therefore it will get through your security. Remember that for when you're communicating with other people online as well. Gotta learn how to use technology so it doesn't abuse us. Anyway, my gift to you is today I've chosen a poem that I think speaks to the constant in our world. And that constant is change. This week's poem is from my book, I Found Out I'm Living, an Affirmation of Life. And the title of the poem is Turning Point. If I wake up today as the exact same person I was yesterday, perhaps I never went to sleep. For through the years, as my mind has hungered for knowledge, my curiosity has gotten, my curiosity has gotten the best of me, even when I gave it no thought. And my ability to understand yesterday fuels the happiness I continuously plan to celebrate and enjoy. A happiness and joy I accept into my life in as many ways as possible, recognizing its short and long-term intentions in retrospect. I hold on to each moment, outwardly bold, courageous, and determined, while inside, afraid, bewildered, and cautious. And my belief system asks that I acknowledge my fortune and reward myself for mastering change as I have. Though I can't remember the first step or fall I've taken, I recall the last. Unable to quote each word I've spoken or heard, I share my wisdom, recount all I've learned. I've refused to give in, turned down offers, missed an opportunity, forgotten and forgiven, loved and lost, won and wondered. And my belief system asks that I acknowledge my spirituality and reward myself for mastering change as I have. Since I reached my first goal this morning, waking up, I've lived each minute and second unlike the last. And as I focus on what I'm good at and what I like about myself, I live for the present, not the past. For I could have surrendered a long time ago. Instead, I chose to stay, to brace myself for the next turning point, and to call it yesterday. Turning point. What a great poem to talk about the concept of change. Of change, regret, choices, and decisions. All components of commitment. And I'm going to leave that slide up there because I'm going to make the point. No, well, I'll wait till the time comes. Okay? Think about it. What types of decisions and commitments are you making to yourself? Not as New Year's resolution, remember those that you may have already trashed, but as a part of your daily belief system. Now, every day we wake up as a new person. You see, our expectations are based on the past. We have the opportunity to see that past as a positive track record of resiliency while recognizing that life is short. So let go of regret. All of us are going through something on the inside that we're hiding on the outside. Note that that's wonderful, for your faith is on the inside. But trust your track record because you have not been lucky to get this far. You have been blessed to navigate through storm after storm. Give yourself credit by giving God the praise. Only then will you be ready to appreciate what He's got in store for you on the next turn. You are somebody else's messenger. It won't always seem like it, and it won't always seem like you're heading in the right direction. So you have to embrace the decisions that you've made. You have to embrace the decisions that you've made. They've impacted many people that you just can't see. Ask yourself, are you living in the past? Have you given yourself credit for pushing through? However you answer each question, that was a choice that you made about today and a commitment that you can make about how you live. I'm wearing gray today because change is not in black and white. It's in the small doses of gray. Not only, not only do we and have we all continue to experience turning points in our lives, we're all loved and have an impact on someone else's life that makes us an important piece of their puzzle. You see, life is about going from one puzzle to the next. Right now, you're in the social media puzzle. Maybe next, you'll be in the discussion puzzle, then dinner puzzle, etc. And you'll be a small, medium, or large piece of each of those puzzles in your life. Remember that no matter what puzzle piece size you see yourself as, without you, the puzzle is incomplete. And that's what a turning point is. You have to recognize that you are a valuable piece of the puzzle in somebody's life. And because of who you are and what you mean to that person or those people, there's a good chance that you've helped them turn a corner at some point in their life. And that's a turning point. If you like a copy of the book or the poem, again, if you're on Facebook or LinkedIn and not on my mailing list, you can email me at sporty@sportyking.com. If you're on my mailing list, just drop that in the thread, and I'll be sure to send it to you. And I got to add to that, or if you like a copy of the ebook, a sample. As well, if you're on YouTube, drop that in the comments, not the thread. The thread gets erased when the broadcast ends. I'm Sporty King, and I wish you a happy Cinco de Mayo weekend. And also a wonderful Gift Friday. Please remember to be safe and always know that God is for today. God bless you. Stay safe and ciao.